Tell me about your inspiration for this movie, how it all came about.
It happened when I became a father. I started cooking when I became a father. But once my kid was around 6, my daughter was 4, it all made sense. It's like this feeling of understanding something that you thought you knew, but then you realize you didn't know anything about it, and you just want to run back to your father and say, sorry, I get it. Let's start all over again. You can have an horizontal relation finally, and this is a love letter to my father, and at the same time to my country. It's the chance to experience a road trip through Mexico through the eyes and the perspective of an American farmer, which allows you to see probably things you've interacted all your life with from a different perspective and say, oh my God, that's so cool. I didn't know I was so lucky,
I've had this extraordinary intersection within my life from the vantage point of being born in San Francisco, but spent a great deal of time in a really wonderful relationship with my mother's home, which is in rural Georgia. And my grandparents were farmers, and he had pigs on the farm as well. And I spent time there. And so it's all connected in some sort of way, in what I said, within the journey. And so it so happens that Diego and I and, Maya just intersects, our lives just intersect at this point in our journey.
I don't know how it came my way. I felt really lucky to have the opportunity to get to choose something like this. It really was very easy to say yes to, because no one ever allows me to do things like this, and it's so exciting when you feel like something was just sort of meant to be. Like, yeah, that's what I should be doing right now. It just came at a perfect time in my life, where we're all parents, and this deals so much with that idea about the relationship between a father and a child.
How does Diego work with actors?
He's an actor's director, because he's an actor. So you feel comfortable within that framework. He has the sensibilities, and he understands our sensibilities as well. Yeah, so much of Mexico's history is so immediate to you, through structures. It was just fascinating driving around the town and knowing the history of that town in a sense. And in a sense, it is each step we learned a little bit about that relationship that men and women have as they build their communities and build their history, retain their history, and the special pride they have for their history, and realize that in its own history and its own journey and struggle and everything else, there's beauty in it.